Hi students, so today we're looking at lesson number 2 of populations and resources. This is called graphing birth and death models. So in my example here, what you're going to see right there is that I've already done a data table where I have looked at the births for year 1, there was 1 birth and 1 death. In year 2, 2 and 2, and so on and so forth. Because for the first mission, we wanted to keep the population size the same. So the population had to stay the same over time. Okay, so right there. So what does that look like when you graph it? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to graph the years down here. The x-axis is the years and the y-axis is the number of organisms. Oh, yeah, this is math because math is the language of science. So we understand things through mathematical reasoning, thinking things through mathematically in science. So we're going to take this data table and we're going to convert it to a chart and we're going to graph. So let's start and do that now. So I'm going to take year 1 right there and I'm going to look down here. My year 1, remember, year is the x-axis and organisms is the y-axis. So in year 1, I had 14. I'll make a dot. In year 2, I'm going up here to 14. In year 3, 14. In year 4, 14. Year 5, 14. And year 6, 14. And what I can do is now I can draw the line right across there and I can predict that this is going to keep going that way. So what this means is that a population that stays the same, you're going to have a horizontal line like that right across. Let's look at what population increase would look like. So I'm going to move myself over. All right, so here I am. So now we are looking at population increase. So we want it to increase over time. It sure does. So the x-axis at the top shows us the years, and the y-axis here shows us the increase. So see, 15, 16, 17, 18. We are increasing over the years. So now let's graph that. So we start at 14 because we started with our population at 14. And in year 1, year 1, I had 15. So I'm going to go ahead and mark a 15 at year 1. At year 2, I had 16. At year 3, I had 17. Year 3, I had 18. At year 4, I had 19. And year 5, I had 20. And I already see one that shouldn't be there. Like that. And so this line, if I graph it, connect all the dots. The line is going from left to right in an upward direction. So an increase over time, you are going to get this line, or a line that should look like this. Like so. Right. All right, let's look at a population decrease. Okay, so for a population decrease, let's bring that myself back down there. We're looking at over time, we're noticing that for every year, the y is going down. In this case by 1, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, and 8. So we are decreasing. Population is decreasing. So let's graph that. So we're starting at 14 in year 1. We went down to 13. So there's 13. In year 2, 12. In year 3, 11. In year 4, 10, in year 5, 9, and in year 6, 8. Now your numbers could be a little bit different, and that's okay. Totally okay. So if I graph this, let's connect the dots. Oh, I did a bad job connecting those dots there. Connect the dots. And there we go. So we have from left to right, this line going left to right downward. So for decrease, you're going to see a line that goes that way. Like that from left to right. That's what a decrease looks like. Okay. So what are some patterns that you notice here? What do you notice with these numbers here? Right? Births and deaths there. And what did you notice with the increase one? And what did you notice with the staying the same? The births versus the deaths. Okay. After you finish this, make sure you submit images of your 3 missions and then go on to lesson 2 mastery check. Thanks.